Hello fellow cine enthusiasts, my name is Christina and welcome to another Let's Get Reelz movie review. Today is my segment I like to call What's on Netflix, where I tell you what is on Netflix that maybe you haven't seen, maybe you've never heard of, and I will let you know what's good to watch maybe this weekend. My What's on Netflix review for today goes to the comedy special Elder Millennial by Iliza Shlesinger. She is hilarious. She is a comedian. She has had 3 other Netflix specials. Elder Millennial is her latest one, and I could not love Iliza Shlesinger any more than I do. She's really, really good. All her jokes are so freaking funny. They're very observational and just a lot of fun to hear her say them. With Iliza Shlesinger, her jokes, like I said, are very observational. They're not really crude. They're just funny, and she seems like a really good person too, because she'll say a joke about like something with body image. Like in this, she said something about cellulite, and she said, by the way ladies, we all have cellulite. And then she went and said that, you know, every woman has a different body, whether they're skinny, fat, tall, small, whatever. All women are perfect. They are right. Their bodies are right. So I like hearing that, a little bit of positivity injected into the jokes or with the jokes. And I think her positivity when she said that in about women's bodies and everything, that makes her comedy that much better, I think, and smarter, because it's not putting people down. Like, I know a lot of comedians, like, their whole thing is to just kind of be rude and be, you know, not positive but very negative. But I think all of Iliza's comedy is very positive, and that goes for her other specials too. Like, she's got these great jokes just about going out and finding a date and, you know, just being a woman, you know, like some stereotypical girl things, but it's not like, again, it's not rude stereotypical things. It's like, in one of her specials, she was talking about how girls are always on Pinterest and, you know, how they want like the Pinterest look. And she mentions Pinterest again in Elder Millennial, where she's like, you know, women are kind of stuck in this idea, like, you know, when you get an apartment, it's like, oh, do I go for like the Pinterest look or do I actually eat this week? One of her best jokes, I think, from any of her specials is in Elder Millennial. She has a dog named Blanche, and Blanche comes with her everywhere. Blanche actually like walks on the stage at the beginning. She walks across the stage and then she shows up at the end. Iliza talks about how like women kind of have like this maternal instinct, and it's like, who do we focus all this maternal instinct towards? And she's like, oh, and that's when we, you know, like, that's when you see your dog and you go, who's the baby? And the dog is like freaking out. It's like, I'm the baby. And you like go after the dog and you're like kissing it, and the joke is just great. It is so funny because I do the same thing to my dog. I go, oh, Indy baby, you know, who's the baby? And the poor dog. So like that just cracked me up. And that's another thing too with Iliza's comedy, is that it's relatable. For me, it is. A lot of it is relatable, especially in Elder Millennial. I don't relate to the date talk because I'm not one to really go on dates. Don't really like going out to bars or clubs or anything. But with Elder Millennial, like, I get a lot of her references, and I loved at the beginning when she said that she's an Elder Millennial. She was born in 1983. I'm 30 years old, so, you know, like she was saying, we had landlines, we danced to Sugar Ray in high school, and I remember before Skechers, when they weren't cool. So I remember all that. I remember having to use a landline. I remember dancing to some Sugar Ray songs at school dances and, you know, at other places. And yes, I remember a time before Skechers, and I actually had a pair in high school that looked like bowling shoes. But I love that because, like, you know, I remember all that stuff, and now it's like I see kids, like my cousin's kids are 4 or 5 years old, and they're like on the phones and on iPads and things like that. So that cracked me up because it's true. Like, no kid like knows that stuff today. Iliza is a really good comedian, and I really hope you guys go watch Elder Millennial. She's really, really cool. I actually heard of Iliza for the first time last year when she was on a podcast for Grace Helbig, for Grace's podcast Not Too Deep. They did a live recording for New York Comedy Festival, and I thought Iliza was funny and never heard of her, but I just wanted to go see Grace live. And I really liked her. I'm so glad Grace had her on the podcast, and that I know who Iliza Shlesinger is now. She has a book called Girl Logic. Great book. It's almost like her stand-up. It's like a big TED Talk, but like a really good TED Talk, and that's what I liked about the book a lot. And it was just great to read some positivity and, you know, like to change your thoughts about being a woman, things like that. I can't encourage you guys enough to go watch Elder Millennial. I think you'll really enjoy it. I think you'll have a good time watching it. She's a different kind of comedian, Iliza. I cannot stress enough how much I enjoy her stand-up. So if you liked this review in any way of Elder Millennial, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below if you have seen Elder Millennial, if you've seen her other Netflix stand-up specials, leave them in the comments. And if you guys would like me to review any of Iliza's other Netflix specials, if you've seen them, leave them there and I will definitely review them for you. Also in the comments, if you have any other suggestions on Netflix, be them comedy specials or movies or TV shows, or any other kind of movie not on Netflix, whatever you want, leave them there. And if I pick your movie, TV show, Netflix special, whatever you have for me, and I watch it and I review it, I will give you a shout out. Who doesn't want a shout out in a YouTube video? How awesome is that? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for future What's on Netflix and other Let's Get Reelz movie reviews. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.